Hi everyone, welcome back to Azure with Mohsen. Today we are diving into one of the most critical security frameworks in modern cybersecurity, the Zero Trust model. Zero Trust is a security approach and a fundamental shift in how we think about security. At its core, is built on one simple principle: never trust, always verify. For years, traditional perimeter security gave us a false sense of protection, but the truth is, attackers are constantly finding ways to exploit those outdated trust assumptions. Today, as more businesses migrate to the cloud, manage hybrid environments, and collaborate with third party partners, the risks and responsibilities have grown significantly. In this video, I'll walk you through how to put Zero Trust into action, with the focus on Azure and the broader Microsoft security ecosystem. Let's jump in. I use this quote style to highlight the main points. Zero Trust isn't a product, it's a mindset and a continuous improvement model. Let's talk about the core principles of Zero Trust. Understanding these is key to making it work. There are three foundational ideas you need to keep in mind. 1. Never trust, always verify. Every access request, no matter where it is coming from, should be treated as untrusted by default, whether it's inside or outside your network. Nothing gets a free pass. We verify explicitly using user identity, location, device health, and behavior every single time. 2. Enforce least privilege access. Give users and systems only what they absolutely need, nothing more. Why? Because the less access you grant, the smaller your attack surface. It's all about limiting risk without limiting productivity. 3. Assume breach. This is a mindset shift. Act as if an attacker is already in your environment. That means staying alert, monitoring continuously, and being ready to detect and respond fast. These principles aren't just theory, they are practical. Now that we have covered the core principles, let's talk about how to put Zero Trust in action across your environment. You don't just flip a switch. Zero Trust is something you build across your entire IT landscape. And to do that effectively, you'll need to apply Zero Trust controls and technologies across 7 key pillars. These pillars cover everything from identity to endpoint to data and infrastructure. Let's break them down and explore how each one plays a role. The first pillar is identity and access management, which relates to verify explicitly. Only trusted and authenticated users should access resources, and only what they need. Who is the trusted user? Trusted user is a user who authenticated with a strong authentication method, including MFA, is contextually verified based on real-time conditions like device health, location, role, time of access, sign-in risk, etc., is governed by a policy, conditional access policy, RBAC, and PIM are in place. What it doesn't mean a user is always trusted because they are an employee. It doesn't mean once authenticated, they can access everything. Trust is not static. It's continuously evaluated. About MFA, multi-factor authentication is a must for human accounts, but we shouldn't think that if user using MFA is 100% secure. I hear the company admin account got compromised by session hijacking attacks because of a third-party application vulnerability while the MFA was enforced. For non-human accounts, there are ways in Microsoft Intra ID conditional access policies to make them secure. Trust is earned, not assumed. Even internal users must provide identity, device health, and risk level before gaining access. Endpoint security. Ensure device health. You can use Microsoft Intune or configure conditional access policies in Microsoft Entra ID, integrate with tools like Microsoft Defender for Endpoint or Microsoft Endpoint Management, enforce compliance based on patch level, antivirus presence and status, and disk encryption. Many enterprise organizations are using AVD, Azure Virtual Desktop, for external consultants and service providers. Only healthy and managed devices should be allowed access. Application security. The focus here is on limiting access and controlling usage across all your apps, wherever they are hosted. Use Microsoft Entra ID application proxy to securely access on-prem apps without VPN. Protect your web apps with Azure Web Application Firewall or WAF against common threats like SQL injection or XSS. Enforce least privilege. Only give users the access they truly need, even within the app. Secure access to SaaS or on-prem app. Use real-time controls with tools like Microsoft Defender for cloud apps or Anycast to monitor and respond instantly. Monitor and control access within the app, not just to the app. Protecting data is at the heart of Zero Trust. Encrypt data at rest and in transit. Apply data loss prevention or DLP policies and use Microsoft Purview to classify and protect sensitive information automatically. Use Azure Information Protection, which is part of Microsoft Purview, to discover, label, and secure data wherever it goes. Ensure you have a reliable backup in place to recover quickly from ransomware or data loss. Leverage Microsoft Defender for Cloud to detect and protect sensitive data in storage accounts. The goal is to keep your data safe, visible, and under control, no matter where it lives or moves. Security follows the data wherever it goes. The fifth pillar is network security. In Zero Trust world, the network itself can't be trusted by default. Segment your network with macro-segmentation and software-defined perimeter to block lateral movement. Monitor internal traffic, implement Zero Trust network access to tighter control. Use Azure Private Link, Azure Firewall, and other tools to provide secure, seamless access without exposing your network. It's all about controlling the flow, isolating the risk, and protecting traffic at every layer. Assume breach and isolate access across the network. Let's move on to visibility and analytics, because if you assume breach, you need eyes everywhere. Use Azure Policy to audit and enforce security settings across your environment automatically. Microsoft Defender for Cloud, which is a cloud-native application protection, helps you manage security posture with tools like Attack Path Analysis, Vulnerability Explorer, and Smart Recommendations. For workload protection, Defender covers everything: storage account, SQL, app service, keywords. And on the broader scale, Microsoft 365 Defender delivers extended detection and response, or XDR, to correlate threats across identities, endpoints, and cloud apps. Visibility is power. The more you see, the faster you can detect, respond, and stay ahead of threats. Security posture must be constantly evaluated from code to runtime. The last pillar is monitoring and response. Collect telemetry from identities, devices, apps, and networks. Use SIEM and SOAR solutions like Microsoft Sentinel to automate response. Continuous monitoring and intelligent threat detection is critical. I mentioned the 7 pillars. This summary list highlights the Microsoft solutions and tools available to help your organization put the Zero Trust model into practice. Microsoft also provides a Zero Trust assessment tool for more in-depth analysis. We have a concept named Security by Design, which focus on security at design phase. The common failure in Zero Trust implementation that I have seen in many organizations are exposing APIs without authentication or WAF, onboarding third-party SaaS without CASP or DLP policies, not onboarding legacy or hybrid systems into Microsoft Entra ID, no telemetry or alerting on access patterns. Things to avoid. Trusting internal traffic by default. Always verify, even inside the network. Overlook user experience. Too many restrictions can hinder productivity and sometimes persuade users to ignore security. Poor visibility. Failing to monitor access and activity across all layers. Not aligning identity, device, and data policies. One-time setup mindset. Zero Trust is a continuing journey, not a checkbox. Recommendation and best practices. Start with identity. Enforce strong authentication and conditional access policies. Apply least privilege access, role-based and just-in-time access. Ensure device compliance. Use Intune and Defender for endpoint. Secure all applications, including SaaS and on-premises applications. Monitor continuously. Leverage Defender for cloud and Sentinel. Iterate and improve. Review policies, access logs, and incident data regularly. Zero Trust isn't a product. It's a mindset, a continuous improvement. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, or drop your questions or insights in the comments. Thank you.